Hi, I'm Libby Sander. Welcome to Thought Leaders Studio. As a thought leader, foresight, where business is going, and uniqueness, how you are going to position yourself in the future, are critical elements to your advancement. In this episode today, I'd like to talk about the idea that essence is far more important than progress. I love the quote by Oscar Wilde that says, "Everything popular is wrong." And I think if we're going to get to a different place in the future of business, we need to start by asking different questions. We have this idea in business that growth, progress, is mandatory. If we're not going forward, we're going backwards. And I'd really like to challenge that assumption in our thinking. Where we've got to with that thinking, I don't think works. Shareholder return, all of the things that have happened in the last year, I don't think growth and progress has really got us to a place where we actually want to be. I don't think it works. As a thought leader, what we need to really focus on are opportunities to create business in a different way moving forward and opportunities to lead business into the future. I recently saw a sign at the Venice Biennale, the art fair, and it said, "I will commit as an artist to not creating any more boring art." And I'm really interested as thought leaders if we're prepared to commit to not making any more boring business. There's a guy in Silicon Valley called Randy Commissar, who's an angel investor and CEO, and every year he sees hundreds of people presenting prospectuses to him on whether he should invest in their business. And he says the thing that really makes a difference to him is what's the purpose that is going to sustain the business when things get tough, that is going to make it worthy of the immense time and energy that any business requires. And if all the founders hope to achieve is make a few bucks, that's never going to be enough to do something meaningful and to get people and to get clients and customers to commit. So what is this essence? Growth consumes cash. It dilutes culture. It forces us to hire people. We have to defend higher ground. And I think most importantly, the idea of progress, above all else, stops us as thought leaders, as businesses, from being excellent. Essence is really about asking, why is this worth doing? It's a little bit manifesto. I think it replaces vision, it replaces mission. It's this idea, though, of the absolute distilled essence of leadership and business that creates a spark of magic and possibility that everything else emanates from. And I really love that idea. There's been organisations around for centuries, Bologna University, the Vienna Philharmonic, Scandinavian paper companies, that have managed to stay focused and small and thinking about essence for centuries. There's a huge renaissance globally at the moment back to independent retail, to craft, to essence. I think that's the direction that business is going and where we need to lead it as thought leaders. A focus on essence and uniqueness increases our choice and flexibility of how we think and interact in the world. We need to increase our focus on essence. We need to decrease the focus on progress above all else. So perhaps we need to come up with some new measures of business. I think we need to throw out the report card of the way that we actually used to do it. We need to start by asking different questions. If you had a scale with essence at one end and progress at the other end, you might like to think about where does your business and life sit at the moment on this scale between a focus on essence or a focus on progress and growth at all costs. What's the purpose that's going to sustain you when things get tough? Why is this actually worth doing? Maybe we need some new measures like what would be most interesting? What would generate the best thinking? And I think critically, for us to think about what is the absolute distilled essence of your thought leadership.